Hey, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I will be covering how I plan on approaching the market this upcoming week, my analysis, and all of the things. So stick around, and in the end, I'll even give you a few bonus tips of how I plan on succeeding this week. Okay, so this week is a part of a series of about 3 or a little more than 3 weeks that happens every quarter. Okay. And what we consider that to be is earnings season. Earnings season is a time when the big companies will report their earnings, and it's so big that it usually causes a stall in the market, or you'll see low volume. So there's a lot of chop. The big money or the big investors are sitting on the sidelines and they're not doing much, which causes, again, a really low volume in the market. So you'll see indecision or indirections when you are looking at the charts. And because of that, you can get whipsawed or seesawed out of a trade rather quickly. Also, anytime there's low volume or chop or seesawing in the market, we see the option contracts usually kind of lose their value. So if you get into enter into a trade using an option contract, then you sometimes lose your money because the price is going up and then down and up and then down, and so the option contracts will kind of deflate or lose a lot of its values. So it's really, in my opinion, not a good time to trade. I am going to be sitting back this week and approaching the market differently. So since earnings season come around once a quarter, and for all of you traders out there who are more seasoned traders, yes, it is correct that earnings happen every week. There's all 52 weeks of the year, likely there's some company reporting earnings. So earnings is always happening. But again, we call it earnings season because there's the big corporations like your big tech is going to report this week. So major corporations like that, like where the market is, that really take interest into those companies, they're really pausing and sitting and waiting to see how those earnings reports are going to come out. We also have another high news event that is, I believe it's something to do with the Fed again, that the market likely is waiting on to see what is going to happen around Fed decisions. I know we had some interest rate decisions come up recently, and I believe there's something else to do with that. But the strategy and the approach is, anytime you have earnings season, and again, it's coming every quarter, you can mark your calendar and use this time to study. I don't try to force any trades. I wouldn't encourage anyone to force any trades. Charting can be tricky during this time because a lot of times whatever you're seeing, it's usually staying within a close range. Especially if you're looking at the indexes, there's not a lot happening. So I would just sit on my hands, and that's what I'll be doing. So I'm taking some time away from the market, spending with my family. And then I'm also honing in on my trading skills. So let's say if I trade, for example, and I don't, but let's just say I trade using indicators that are just like the VWAP, and that's my setup. Then when earnings season comes and things aren't going so well in the market, it's hard to find a setup and the volume is low. Instead of throwing away money by entering trades, I take this time to go learn maybe how to trade Fibonacci levels if the VWAP is my pattern, right? And then I can take time to back test that and try out my new skill on, some things before I'm actually needing it in the market. So my strategy is to spend some time with my family, this week. I'm also going to again study new skills. I'm honing in on continuing to read price action without any indicators at all. Becoming trying to become a master charter, that you never can up your charting skills too much. So that's what I'll be working on. And the bonus thing that I want to tell you that you should probably be doing this time is accumulating cash. So anytime the market is slow, instead of putting money into a trade, I am stacking money to take advantage of the next move in the market. So historically, September is normally a low month, and sometimes we can start seeing sell-offs as early as August, and sometimes, very little times, the end of July. So because we're coming up, we're now past the midpoint of July, and we're coming into August. The market has been ranging and bullish for months now, and so I am trying to position myself for the pullback that we normally see. And historically, things don't always repeat themselves all the time. Sometimes they don't do exact things. Sometimes they do something similar. But I'll be looking for a similar pattern of where we start seeing a little bit of a downturn in the market. And so just having the cash available to take advantage of those opportunities is great. The other thing that I am doing is, instead of entering trades, I am dollar cost averaging in some crypto stocks that I really like. So I'm just taking my time and putting a little money away, and entering into strategy. I know there's a lot of controversy around strategy, but it's ticker symbol MSTR. So I've been dollar cost averaging in the strategy, and also MSTY, which is a synthetic options call. I believe it's an ETF. I think it's an ETF, but it's also a dividend paying fund. And it's all around strategy. Again, I know there's a lot of controversy around those, but I've been in the Bitcoin market and the crypto cycles for several cycles now. So I understand the cycles, and I believe in Bitcoin. It's not a suggestion for you to buy or sell, but it's something for you to think about whenever the market is choppy. Again, don't throw away your hard-earned money. If you just need to get in the trade because you love it, if you need to do something, then look for a stock that you're interested in holding long term, or it's something that you want to accumulate shares in, because shares is one of those things that don't have a time constraint the same way that options do. And so again, I've switched off from any kind of options trading, and I'm dollar cost averaging into into crypto exposure that I plan on holding, desiring to hold out through crypto winter. So I know it wasn't much of anything with charts, but that is my approach for the market this week. Again, we are in earnings season. My approach is to sit on my hands and stay out of the market. I will continuing to be learned. I'll be celebrating a birthday this week. Me and one of my children. I will be spending time with family. I'm going to plan a trip to the beach, and I'm going to take some time off because we need to relax and rest our brain. Trading, it takes a lot of energy out of you. It takes a lot of mind power, a lot of thinking, a lot of studying, and we need to be able to enjoy the fruit of our labor sometimes. Don't give it all back to the market. You need to be able to enjoy yourself, pull away, and the market will be there. So strategically, when the market is going to be slow every quarter, earnings season is coming, then you just plan to be away and plan to be back when things are hot and popping, rocking and rolling. So that's it, guys. That is all I have for the week. I'll continuing to be monitoring and seeing how things are going out there. And if there's anything exciting that happens that I could bring to you, um, then I'll do it. But happy earning season to you. Happy trading. I hope you stay well out there. I hope you stay safe out there. And remember, cash is also a position. Bye.